Yes, that's right. If reform is to do better, then it has to get rid of Zia Yusuf. The guy has to quit. It's that simple. Because his, quite frankly, barefaced arrogance in calling Sarah Putin dumb, his own MP, who, unlike him, was elected into the House of Commons, for asking the Prime Minister if they'll ban the burqa, just as they have in several European Union countries. And like I asked in the previous video regarding this, why isn't it Reform Party policy? Now, Zia Yusuf climbed the greasy pole of politics without so much as a by your leave from the great British public. He is the unelected darling of Reform UK, strutting about like he's the second coming of Churchill, except nobody voted for him to lead anything other than a Twitter spat. He's like a self-styled champion of the people, handpicked by Nigel Farage to chair Reform UK, because apparently democracy is just a suggestion when you're mates with the big man himself. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for shaking up the establishment. The Westminster swamps being festering for years, full of careerist toadies who'd sell their own grannies for a soundbite and question time. But when you're preaching power to the people while being parachuted into a top job without a single ballot cast, you've got to wonder, is this reform or just another flavour of the same old elitism? Zia's out there tweeting up a storm, telling us how he's going to save Britain from the clutches of globalism and woke nonsense. Fine words, mate, but how about letting the voters decide if you're a messiah or just another chancellor with a loud mouth who bought his way into power? And let's talk about the man himself. Former Goldman Sachs whiz kid, they say, made his millions in the city, rubbing shoulders with the very globalist fat cats he now claims to despise. Funny how that works, isn't it? One minute you're sipping champagne with the banking elite, the next you're wrapping yourself in the Union flag, preaching to the plebs about sovereignty. I'm not saying he can change his spots, people do, but it's a bit rich to play the man of the people card when your CV screams 1%. At least have the decency to admit you've seen both sides of the fence before you start burning it down. Now, British women, and men for that matter, aren't blind to this. They see through the smoke and mirrors. They know when someone's trying to sell them a revolution that smells suspiciously like a rebrand. British women especially have a nose for nonsense. They've been holding this country together through wars, recessions, and enough political betrayals to fill a library. They're not falling for a slick talking suit who thinks a few viral tweets make him the voice of the nation. They want substance, not slogans, and they want their vote to matter, not to be bypassed by yet another backroom deal. So Zia, here's a thought if you're watching. I doubt you are, I'm not famous enough, but still, if you're serious about reform, how about starting with the basics? Let the people choose their leaders. Put your name on a ballot, not just a blue tick on Twitter. Prove you're more than Farage's favourite sidekick, because right now you're looking like the poster boy for everything you claim to be fighting against. Unelected, unaccountable, and just a bit too comfortable with the spotlight for someone who's never faced a ballot box. And to the British public, especially the women who've been the backbone of this country forever, keep your eyes peeled. Don't let anyone, Reform, Labour, Tory or otherwise, pull the wool over them. You deserve better than unelected saviours peddling promises they haven't earned the right to make. Demand the real thing, because if you're going to fix this mess, it's not going to be done by darlings like Mohammed Zia Yusuf. It's going to be done by you. So Zia, if you're watching again, resign. Not now, not tomorrow, yesterday. Just do it. Because you're toxic as hell. And you don't get to call British women dumb. How dare you? And there we go. I'm past 49. Thanks for watching. I'm off to Suffolk to meet up with a few friends. I'll catch you at the next one, and Roger Trout.